Now let us talk about the second type of passive transport, osmosis. Osmosis is a special type of diffusion of water through a semi-permeable membrane. By definition, osmosis is the diffusion of water from an area of more water concentration to an area of less water concentration through a semi-permeable membrane. Let us understand what is a semi-permeable membrane. A membrane which allows the movement of solvent molecules but restricts the movement of solute particles of a solvent is called a semi-permeable membrane. Plasma membrane is one such example of a semi-permeable membrane. Now the role of semi-permeable membrane in osmosis is indispensable. Now let us discuss the examples of osmosis in our everyday life. There are many such examples which we see but we don't realize that it is osmosis. For example, when we soak raisins, जिसे हम हिंदी में किशमिश कहते हैं, in water, after a while it swells up. The gain of water by the raisins is by osmosis. Outside the raisins, the amount of water, the concentration of water is more, which moves into the raisins through the semi-permeable membrane, which is the outer covering of the raisins. Similarly, when we cut cucumber for making salad, we put salt on them. After a while, you will see that the cut pieces of cucumber lose a lot of water. Now, this loss of water from the cut vegetable is by osmosis. A cell loses and gains water by osmosis. Similarly, roots of plant absorb water by osmosis from the soil. Now, this is the importance of osmosis in terms of cell and living organisms. In plant and animal cells, the movement of water by osmosis depends upon the amount of substances dissolved in water which is present in the cytoplasm of the cell. So, the cytoplasm of the cell behaves like a solution which will exchange water between the internal environment of the cell and the external environment of the cell. Let us discuss the type of solutions with respect to a cell. The first type of solution is a hypotonic solution. Such a solution has more water concentration with respect to the cell's cytoplasm. Such a solution is also commonly called a dilute solution. In short, we can say a hypotonic solution has less solute but more solvent with respect to the cell's cytoplasm. Now, the second type of solution is a hypertonic solution. Such a solution has less water concentration than the cell's cytoplasm. It is also called a concentrated solution. So, in short, we can say a hypertonic solution will have more solute but less solvent as compared to the cytoplasm of a cell. And finally, the isotonic solution, which has equal concentrations of solute and solvent when compared to the concentration of the cell's cytoplasm. It is very important for us to understand the concentration of a solution when we discuss osmosis in a cell. Now, before we discuss the concept of concentration, it is very important to understand that the term concentration is always a relative factor. It is never absolute. That means a solution can be hypotonic or hypertonic depending upon the other solution with which it is compared. Now let us understand this with an example which has been discussed here. Here I am comparing beaker A with beaker B. Both the beakers have the same volume of water, but A has less of solute, that is less sugar than B. So A is a dilute solution as compared to B. So A is hypotonic and B is hypertonic. Now the same beaker B, which is hypertonic, when it is compared to A, becomes hypotonic when it is compared to beaker C, because C has more sugar in the same 100 ml of water than B. So when B is compared to C, B becomes a dilute solution, so it becomes hypotonic, and C becomes hypertonic because it has more solute as compared to B. Now, a hypotonic solution will always have more concentration of water than the other solution with which it has compared. Here B is having more water concentration because B has less sugar than C. Similarly, here when B is compared to A, B has more solute, that is sugar in it. So when B is compared to A has more water concentration than B because as compared to B, A has less sugar. So this comparison of the concentration of a solution is totally dependent upon the other solution with which a particular solution is compared. Now when I compare C with D, both have same volumes of water and same amount of sugar added in it. So C and D over here are isotonic solutions.